ATK in this thing, TKG type of fucking.
ATK in this thing, TKG, what is good with y'all, man? Listen, y'all see the title, y'all know we're getting into, man, Discography Wars Episode 2. And if you missed the first one, don't worry, it's still up. I'm going to make a playlist because I'm going to do more and more of these videos. I love the concept here. And everybody else seems to be catching on and liking the idea. So, of course, we're going to rock on with this TKG. So if you are unfamiliar with this series, don't worry. You don't have to go back to part 1. You can watch this one first. Go back to that one and see, you know, what this one is all about first. Because these two artists are pretty polarizing depending on who you're talking to. So for Discography Wars, I take two artists, that being Lil Uzi Vert and Playboi Carti, and I match their discographies, their albums, really. But if they don't have enough albums, I'll use their mixtapes and or EPs. If they so happen to get a tie, I'm going to have to use their most popular songs. I'm going to compare their most popular songs, which one I enjoy more. So in this instance, for Lil Uzi Vert, it would be EXO Tour Life. And for Playboi Carti, it would be Magnolia. Whichever one I like more would decide who the winner is. Man, this shit was tough. But at the end of the day, I got me a winner. I did. And it was tough. Trust and believe it was very tough. So beyond any case, y'all know what it is, man. Y'all tell me how y'all feel in the comment section about everything. And of course, let's get right on into it. In round 1, we have Lil Uzi Vert's Love Is Rage versus Playboi Carti's self-titled Playboi Carti album. Now, I paired these two because I do feel like that these are the superstar albums for these guys. These were the albums that really set these two apart from everybody else that they were, you know, going up against at the time. Playboi Carti dropped, you know, his self-titled album and the whole world was vibing off of a Magnolia or a Location. It was crazy. Everybody was going crazy. This guy was definitely one of the most popular rappers in his day. I'm saying in his day like he's still not, you know, pretty much a cult leader, but Lil Uzi Vert as well set himself aside from everybody else and just became a mega star. Like, this guy was just one of the most sought out stars, you know, in the rap game. Everyone had to have him on their songs, and it was just crazy. But listening to these two albums, honestly, you get a organic, you know, themselves feel. These are these guys at their roots, their cores. You listen to this album and Uzi sounds like fucking Uzi, not, you know, not like some different, like some little change or whatever the hell. They say that Lil Uzi sounds different on Eternal Take. I disagree. He's been sounding the same since he started. But man, yeah, no, Uzi still got his little rock star shit going on here on this album. But Playboi Carti, now this album is so close to my heart because Playboi Carti, this here is Playboi Carti at his best, in my personal opinion. Is that him at his best? Now, I didn't say him at his most popular because we're going to get into that soon, but this is definitely him at his best. Playboi Carti cannot top himself. And I mean, you know, project wise, this guy fucking was putting out so much good shit around this time. He was creating good vibes. He wasn't on no annoying shit. The baby voice was nowhere close to being a thing. You know, Playboi Carti wasn't dressing gay or doing stupid shit. And with Uzi, I mean, again, this was the beginning. This was the kickstart to his superstar career. His Hall of Fame career, damn near, you know? And honestly, the way I'm talking about both these albums, the way I'm talking about, and I'm gonna say albums here, I know some of these may be mixtapes, so forgive me, but the way I'm talking about both of these albums, I'm gonna just be honest here. I'm gonna give this one to the self-titled Playboi Carti album, just because of the absolute, just, you know, I try to not let nostalgia take me in. But nostalgia really has to take you in for all these albums except, you know, Eternal Take and Whole Lotta Red, because those are their newest projects. You know, Carti has another project coming out. I just didn't feel like waiting, because you never know when that nigga's gonna drop his projects. But seriously, no, the self-titled Playboi Carti album is just both of these guys have cult followings, but Playboi Carti cemented his legacy in the trap game, the rap game, whatever it was, whatever you wanna associate him with. This album right here created a fan base that will forever be talked about. Man, not to say that Uzi doesn't have the same thing going for himself, but Carti really set himself, stood out, because it was gonna be easier for him to, you know, fall off and then Uzi to, you know, be a star. And nah, Carti kept himself a star with this one. Hell, I even think some of his fans are hanging on to the nostalgia and the success of this album. Whew. Round 2. Just like in the Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole video, they had a heavy hitter round 2. They definitely had a heavy hitter round. That was their round 3 though. Round fucking 2. Oh my god, we're already in some hot deep shit. This was where I started to the pressure was truly on. Because oh my god, and I listened to these two albums over again. Yeah, it just reminded me how masterous both these albums were. Love is Rage 2, I consider Lil Uzi Vert's best album. It is so fucking good. It's Uzi. It is straight up Uzi. The chokehold that this had on the world was immense. Was fucking immense. One of the biggest songs in the world came off of this album. And then we have Playboi Carti's Die Lit. And again, I believe that this is Playboi Carti's most popular album. I believe that this is Carti's, you know, we're still at Carti in his good element. We're still with Carti in one of his best elements. This is still before the baby talk, the fucking jump out the house, jump out. And if that's not foreshadowing, I don't know what is. But man, this round was so fucking unbelievably hard. I had to re-listen to every song. I had to fucking, you know what I'm saying? I listened to everything once. I let it marinate. I listened to the next album. I let it marinate, and I had to re-listen to some songs again. And it just was, man. I'm not gonna go too deep into politics. I'm just gonna say my answer, and I'm gonna move on, just so I don't have to make this extra long. But this one was the most difficult this video will see. And I wound up picking Love is Rage 2 because of how iconic it is. I genuinely think from the 2010s, this is one of the best albums that I've ever listened to. Lil Uzi Vert set himself aside from everybody. I mean, there's no albums you could find that sounded like this. There's no albums you could find that were that much better than this album. It was just that good. And it kept Lil Uzi Vert a superstar. And Die Lit is also amazing too. But remember what I said in the last part. I thought that the self-titled Playboi Carti album was Carti's best. I felt like that was the best that he had to offer. Not to say that Die Lit is bad, but I don't think that Die Lit is better than the self-titled Playboi Carti album. Still a very good album. I really like Die Lit. It's a super good album. But I'm giving a fucking nail-biting small-ass margin to Love is Rage 2. You put Die Lit up against damn near anything else, and I'm giving it to Die Lit more times than not. But it just fell very fucking flat going up against fucking this Love is Rage 2 album. It was just so amazing. In round 3, we have Uzi versus The World versus Playboi Carti's In Abundance. Now, I put these up against each other because, of course, these were the albums that got people listening. These were the albums that got people talking. These were the albums that turned the heads. Who's this Playboi Carti nigga? Oh, he sounds kind of wavy. Who's this Uzi dude? Oh, hell yeah. He's, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Whoa, what is this? Self-made guys that didn't get put on by the system. They were their own system. They grinded out. They had enough people listening to them on SoundCloud and they became superstars today. So listening to both of these, you really get some very, let me be real here. With Uzi, you get kind of the same sound. You do get kind of the same sound, and it still sounds good. It really does. But with Carti, you get such a different fucking sound. It doesn't sound like the self-titled Playboi Carti album. It doesn't sound like Die Lit, and it damn sure doesn't sound like Whole Lotta Red. This album, this project right here, Carti is rapping on here. He's not, I didn't got my guap, I just hit my job, on drop top, and I slip a slop, and slap on my knob, No, he's not doing that. Even though, you know what I'm saying, on those 2 albums, the Die Lit and the self-titled album, he's easier to understand than he is on Whole Lotta Red, and much more easier to listen to. But he's actually talking here on this project. He's talking, he's rapping, he's, you know what I'm saying? The beat selection is pretty good. It's a very chill album. It sounds like his early work. It sounds like something that he has not put out ever since the self-titled album. And man, it sounds really nice. But let me tell you something. Fucking Uzi versus The World, that's another really nice album. Now, I'm going to use this metaphor, and y'all pretty much are just going to know my answer from here on. Uzi versus The World was the regular clip, and Love Is Rage was the fucking extended clip. Now, they're both clips at the end of the day, but we're using in that extended clip, we've got some bullets, some Love Is Rage mixed with a little bit of fucking Uzi versus The World. Both of those projects is like an extension of both projects, and let me tell you something. They both sound fucking good. It is such a perfect add-on. It's so amazing how Uzi gave us one style and continued it on the next album, and pretty much it's like when you get a deluxe and you actually want it and it's actually needed, because Uzi versus The World was so short. So you finally get Love Is Rage, and it's even more songs, and it's a little bit better quality, but it still has that same niche to it. It's fucking great, because Uzi's style was wanted. It was needed. People wanted to hear more of that. And Carti, he completely switched his style up. He went from rapping to kind of rapping to not really being able to understand him to now whatever the fuck Whole Lotta Red is. So obviously, I'm going to give this one to Uzi versus The World. And Uzi is in the lead here. And man, y'all are going to... Okay. I'm just moving on to the next round, okay? Ooh. Yep. Unanimous fucking victory. And for those that are, yeah, unanimous victory for fucking Uzi. And you know what? There's probably some people hanging at the jaw, probably looking silly. Well,
man, wipe that stupid look off your face, you dumb bitch.
Yeah. Did y'all think my opinion was just gonna change over time, like all of y'all's did, so fucking drastically? Like I was just gonna think this album was gonna go from a fucking 5 to a fucking 15. Like I was just gonna say that this fucking album was really, really good. Oh, I gave it time, and some of the songs, they got better. No. If I was that easy to please, I would be settling with ugly hoes. That's not how that shit works. Hell no, nigga. Are you crazy? Bro, this album's still one of the fucking worst albums dropped. I don't give a shit. Whole Lotta Red still sounds fucking not finished. And y'all fucking so-called Playboi Carti fans, y'all fucking sat up there and just accepted it. Accepted this half-done piece of shit. Well, I mean, this is all we're getting for like 3 years, so jump out the house. Jump out the house. Jump out the house. It's such a rager. So lit. And then you're online telling everybody how it's really good and they need to give it a chance and stop hating. And no. I got one song I listen to off this album from time to time, and that's Place. Yeah, that's it. This fucking the rest of this album is either decent or abysmal. It's fucking insane how I see people fucking going at insane lengths to defend this heap of fucking garbage. Playboi Carti has never been at his worst. 2020 is where Playboi Carti began to regress as an artist. I love Playboi Carti. He's such a cool person. He's such a likable guy. And I hate to say this about him, but god damn, I wish he would go back to the fucking self-titled days, to the fucking die-lit days. Hell, fucking, I would love for him to go to the In Abundance days, but nope, we're never gonna get that again. I don't even have to talk about Uzi's fucking album. Eternal Take was on my best albums of 2020 video. I don't have to say much about it if I'm saying this much about a fucking Whole Lotta Red. This fucking album, it needs Jesus. It needs help. It needs fucking to be admitted into an insane asylum, and it needs to be beaten. It needs to go through shock therapy. It needs something. But it doesn't need to be played in my phone, in my truck, in my fucking house. It needs to be exterminated. Man, I feel sorry for you poor bastards that fucking, I know what type of person you are if you tell me that you like this album, because you're definitely the type of person to settle in a relationship. Oh, well, she's paying attention to me, but she's a 3, so I mean, maybe if I talk to her enough, she'll start to sound and look like, feel like a 10. Yeah, that's what I'll tell myself. Jump out the house, jump out the house, jump out the house, jump out the house. And with all that being said, the score winds up being 3-1 in favor of Lil Uzi. He slid this nigga Playboi Carti. And I say that, but really the first round was kind of close. Second round was also pretty fucking nail-bitingly close. Third round, Uzi actually took that one. And then, look, you couldn't have persuaded me with $1 billion to change my mind on that one. You couldn't have coerced, you couldn't have said, change your mind on Whole Lotta Red or fuck Chica and stare at her face the entire time. You couldn't have done it. Okay, no. I guess me and Chica are gonna be having sweaty, sensual, fucking eye-locking sex because I'm not doing. No. However the fucking lame song goes. No, hell no. A Whole Lotta Red is garbage, and that will forever rest in my. No, it's not. My mind's not being changed. Definitely going to be some people that are upset with the result. Definitely going to be some people that feel like Carti should have gotten a few there, or I should have used some other. I mean, okay, look. Say I did do the tiebreaker. The tiebreaker, once again, was EXO Tour Life versus Magnolia. What do I enjoy more? If you ask me this question, what do I enjoy more? It's going to wind up being 4-1 because I enjoy EXO Tour Life more than Magnolia. And it's crazy. I mean, yes, I like the Magnolia beat more than EXO Tour Life's beat, but the fucking song EXO Tour Life, man, both songs are anthems, but EXO Tour Life is going to be around forever, for fucking ever. Both radio hits, both whatever. They're both really good, but I enjoy EXO Tour Life more. So you would have wound up getting a 4-1, but it's just less embarrassing if you get a fucking 3-1. And I say it's embarrassing, and someone's going to be like, man, who gives a fuck what's your opinion? And again, this is just for me, TKG, and everybody else to be entertained, to watch and just get an inside scoop on what I may think of the albums. But Speaking of me, speaking of inside scoops, tell me how y'all feel about it. How would y'all want this to go? I'm sure there's going to be some Carti fans that are going to tell me, you know, how they feel about Whole Lotta Red, and tell me how they feel about the self-titled album and everything else. And of course, there's going to be some Uzi fans that are pretty happy. I don't like all of y'all. Actually, I hate a couple of y'all, but I'm going to agree with y'all on one thing. The man makes some really nice fucking music. So, beyond any case, y'all, go ahead and debate in the comment section. Tell me how I feel about this. Tell me who y'all would like to see matched up next, if y'all do want to see someone matched up next. And beyond any case, TKG, Bob, have a good time, and I will see y'all later. Peace out.
Get batshit dirty old twat. 69 assholes tied in a knot. Hooray!